You know that moment when you read a book or watch a movie and suddenly, bam, a plot twist hits you right in the face? You're left staring and whispering, wait, what? Then you start thinking it over and all the pieces just click into place. You realize the clues were there all along. That's the kind of experience we want to create when writing plot twists. But getting there isn't always easy. Plot twists can go wrong in a lot of ways. Sometimes they feel random or cheap, sometimes readers figure them out too early, and sometimes they don't work at all. So how do you create a plot twist that's surprising but still feels like it belongs in the story? Now, I'm not here to tell you the way to do it. What I can do is share the approach I've developed, what's worked for me and what hasn't, and how I think about crafting twists that are meant to feel satisfying for readers while staying grounded in the world of the story. At its core, a plot twist is about changing the story in a meaningful way, something big enough that it makes readers rethink everything they thought they knew so far. Inevitability is really the key here if you ask me. The twist needs to make sense in hindsight. Readers should be able to look back and realize that the clues were always there, even if they didn't notice them at first. Without this, the twist risks feeling like it came out of nowhere, which can leave readers feeling frustrated or even cheated. Here's how I think about it. A good twist is like a puzzle. When readers reach the twist, they are finally seeing the completed picture. But the individual pieces, the clues, should have been there the whole time. Readers just didn't know how they fit together yet. Well, let's break down this puzzle analogy with a practical example. Imagine you're writing a story where the twist is that a mentor figure has been secretly working against the protagonist. Here's how you might structure the puzzle piece. First, the early pieces, like subtle clues. The mentor is conveniently absent during crucial moments. Their advice, while seeming helpful, often leads to complications. They ask questions that in hindsight gather intelligence about the protagonist. Then we move on to the middle pieces to build evidence, such as the mentor's past contains contradictions that are briefly mentioned, their teachings contrast with their observed behavior, or they have unexplained knowledge of antagonist movements. And lastly, we have the final piece, with the relation setup. This includes that their seemingly protective actions actually isolated the protagonist, or that previous coincidences form a pattern, or that their true motivation connects to early story elements. This layered approach creates a satisfying twist because each piece feels natural in the moment, the evidence builds gradually, and the final revelation recontextualizes earlier events. This sense of discovery makes a twist satisfying in my opinion. It taps into the natural curiosity of readers and rewards them for paying attention. You want them to feel both surprised and clever, like they almost figured it out, but not quite. To keep the twist impactful, consider how it will recontextualize earlier parts of the story, as I said earlier. A successful twist often deepens the emotional stakes or reveals new dimensions to characters and events. But here's the thing, recognizing what makes a twist memorable is only half the battle. Next, let me show you a powerful tool that can help you lead your readers in one direction while the real twist is hiding in plain sight. Misdirection is one of my favorite tools when crafting a plot twist. The trick isn't to hide the truth. It's to get the readers to focus on the wrong things while the real story is happening in plain sight. It's like a magic trick actually. When a magician pulls off an amazing illusion, they're not lying to you. They are showing you everything you need to see, but they are also guiding your attention in a way that keeps you from noticing how the trick works. In writing, there are a few ways to do this. First, we have red herrings. These are false clues that make readers think they know what's coming. A red herring might be a suspicious character who turns out to be innocent, or a piece of information that seems important but ultimately isn't. For example, if a story focuses on a seemingly corrupt politician, readers will naturally assume they are the villain. The twist could be that the politician is a decoy, and the real threat is someone much closer to the protagonist. Red herrings can also be used to add layers to your story. They create complexity and keep readers engaged, constantly guessing what will happen next. Then we have scene distraction. Intense or emotional moments are great for hiding important details. When readers are caught up in a high-stakes scene, they are less likely to notice subtle clues. During a battle sequence, for example, you could slip in a brief mention of an enemy soldier who looks oddly familiar. It might not seem important at the time, but later it's revealed that the soldier was a key figure in the protagonist's past. This technique works well because it mirrors real life. We often miss crucial details when we're overwhelmed or emotional, making it feel authentic and natural. Lastly, there are character behaviors. Readers trust what characters say and do, especially when their motivations seem clear. You can use that trust to mislead them. Consider a loyal mentor figure who might consistently help the protagonist, but small, seemingly innocent actions could later reveal that the mentor was working against them all along. Misdirection through character behavior is especially effective in fantasy because it can play into moral ambiguity or complex relationships within your world's politics and cultures. And now that we've talked about how to mislead your readers without deceiving them, the next question is, how do you plant the seeds for your twist early on without giving away too much? So let me share a few things about foreshadowing and planting clues. Foreshadowing is critical for a good twist. You want to leave a trail of breadcrumbs without making the twist obvious. You plant too few clues, the twist feels unearned. You plant too many or make them too obvious, readers will figure it out before you're ready to reveal it. A method I like to use is what I call the rule of 3. I plant 3 clues throughout the story, each one getting a little more obvious. The first clue is subtle, something only the most attentive readers might notice. The second clue stands out a bit more but still feels like part of the story's background. The third clue should practically be staring readers in the face. Chekhov's gun is another useful principle here. If you introduce something early on, a mysterious artifact, a character's hidden past, or a strange prophecy, it should eventually play into the twist. Every detail should serve a purpose even if its full significance isn't clear at first. Think of world building as a playground for foreshadowing. Fantasy stories are perfect for hiding clues in plain sight because your world is full of symbols, legends, and history. You can plant information in prophecies, old stories, or seemingly unrelated subplots, all of which can take on new meaning once the twist is revealed. For example, a throwaway reference to an ancient battle might later become the key to understanding a major character's secret agenda. These connections make your world feel alive and interconnected. But once you've planted your clues, the next step is making sure your twist feels both surprising and believable. It's easy to focus too much on the surprise factor of a twist. You want readers to be shocked, but if the twist doesn't fit the story, it will feel cheap. The best twists, in my opinion, aren't just surprising, they also deepen the story. For me, the key is to make sure the twist is driven by the character's choices and motivation. A twist that grows out of who the characters are, rather than an external coincidence, always feels more satisfying if you ask me. Let's stay with the mentor example of before and say that you want to reveal that a beloved character has been a traitor all along. That twist will feel believable if it ties into the character's past decisions and motivations. Maybe they've always been torn between loyalty and personal ambition. The twist is just a culmination of everything that's already been set up. It helps to layer smaller twists or reveals along the way. This builds momentum and makes the final twist feel like a natural extension of everything that's come before. It also keeps readers invested knowing that surprises can come at any moment. One thing I like to do is step back and ask, does this twist make sense in the context of the world I've built? Could it have happened naturally even if it wasn't obvious at first? If the answer is no, it usually means I need to go back and adjust earlier parts of the story to lay a stronger foundation. Don't be afraid to test your twist on a trusted friend or beta reader. Sometimes fresh eyes can spot gaps or inconsistencies that are easy to miss when you're deep in the story yourself. But if you've ever been blown away by a twist in a book or movie, you know how powerful they can be. And the best part is you can do the same in your own writing. It just takes a little planning, a little misdirection, and a lot of careful attention to detail. So go ahead, plant those clues, build those red herrings, and surprise your readers in the best possible way.
Hey there, Sasha here. The lesson you just watched is a classic from my private content archives. I'm unlocking some of these foundational lessons right now while I'm deep at work on a major overhaul for my 5-star rated course, taking it to the next level based on months of student feedback and research. I believe every serious writer deserves a clear path from the overwhelm of a great idea to the confidence of a finished novel. If you're ready to get that kind of clarity, the best place to start is with my free guide, the Emotional Waypoint Starter Kit. It's the first essential step in the complete system I teach. Click the link in the description below to download it for free now, and let's get your story told.